Jimmy Butler on the mend from that ACL injury. Underway, it'll be Lewis bringing it up court against Boyd for the Bucks. Now the pistol action. Lewis, formerly of the Pelicans, also played with the Pistons. Off the turnover, almost a whistle and a foul is going to go against Boyd. Again, it's like speed dating. They've got to get to know each other as teammates extremely quickly, and by looking at that pass, pretty good chemistry. Markovic with the layup.
Right there, the connection, but also just moving without the basketball. When you have guys that are going to play basketball the right way, yeah, it's going to be more fun.
Jones out top, calls for the screen from Green. Cross court off the catch and shoot. That one is pure. The jumper good from Money. Jackson Money out of North Dakota.
And Colby Jones doing a good job of just driving to the paint, collapsing the defense a little bit to get that spray.
Loose ball, and off the turnover, here comes Jones. Jones spent his early NBA career here in Sacramento with the Kings. Nembhard drives into the paint, got it blocked. Good defensive play by the Bucks. Markovic in the corner, eyes it. That one rims out and rebounded by the Warriors. Money.
Markovic just having a big that can stretch the floor in the corner.
Boyd with the stare down three, knocks it home.
A great job in transition, seeing the defense backpedaling, stop pop for that three.
Played at Wisconsin, went undrafted last month during the draft. Shot 37% from deep. Ryan inside, battling in the paint. Elbowed Nembhard when he ripped through, and that's going to be an offensive foul against him.
Ooh, and Cormac Ryan, there was a lot of contact there. And you see the last made basket by the Warriors in that early offense.
Just underway, 6-2 lead for the Golden State Warriors. Boyd brings it across. Money against Markovic. Boyd gets it back. 13 on the shot clock. Has a mismatch against the big, who moves his feet pretty well and forces the turnover. Bucks in transition. Lewis sprays it to the corner for three. Wide open. Ryan couldn't connect. Out of bounds. It'll stay. No, it'll come back the other way. It'll be Golden State basketball. Well, of course, Morgan, if you're talking about the Milwaukee Bucks these days, the reverberations and the tremors still being felt in wake of the trade that sent the former Finals MVP and former Defensive Player of the Year to the Miami Heat.
It's a new era, and if you're a Bucks fan right now, you should be watching all these Summer League games because this is going to be the way that you transition into that new era. Obviously, no Giannis, and just trying to figure out what you need to do with some of the young guys on your squad.
Nice looking jumper right there by Money. Money played 40 games with Santa Cruz in the G League a season ago. On the pick and roll,
Going back to what I was saying, Mark, is just you're going to see a lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers, because these guys, like we mentioned, are still trying to learn one another.
And they've only had a couple of days of practice coming in. Off the miss by Money, here comes Milwaukee. Markovic with a good screen. Cross court to Lewis. Drives that closeout. Ryan on the baseline, double teamed. Finds Markovic, who draws the foul. Good patience that time by the Bucks to earn the trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, Cormac Ryan trying to take that baseline. It looked like it was cut off by Jones, doing a good job using that baseline, but still finds the open.
Was one of the top players in the Adriatic League a season ago. In Summer League last year, he averaged 8 points a game off the miss. Ryan battling underneath. It'll come back the other way to the Warriors.
What I say about that guy to start this, It was just, you're going to see him on every possession try to get a hand on that ball. He does not stop.
Out of North Carolina, one of the college basketball blue bloods. Boyd into the front court. Garcia sets the screen for Jones. Got hit. And off the turnover, taken right back by Garcia. Kobe Jones holding his chin. Looks like he took a blow to the...
Different style and different teammates.
Markovic inside, got it to go with the left.
Okay.
Good footwork.
Footwork, that is it.
Nembhard in a rush, got it to fall. R.J. Nembhard out of TCU.
Looking at the ref, thinking he got some contact too.
Just the second field goal, and Lewis with a little payback at the other end. The pace picking up a little bit here. Nice move and layup inside by Settle. Steve Settle out of Temple University, went undrafted in last year's draft. Brandon Boston with the basketball right now, a name that a lot of us are familiar with. Spent a lot of time in the league, spent last year playing for Fenerbahce in Turkey. That shot way off the mark, but he drew the foul on the play. And we got a timeout on the floor. Storied EuroLeague teams ever last year in Istanbul, Turkey, Fenerbahce. So he knocks down the singular free throw. It'll count for 2 points.
Puts a lot of pressure on that free throw, huh?
Sure does. Inside, strong move by Steve Settle.
And Settle just really using his...
Started for 3 years at Howard University. A lot of contact underneath as Ryan hit the court. Gonna have a loose ball foul against the Warriors.
Take that free throw.
Ryan knocks it down. Milwaukee within 5. Wade Taylor will bring it across for the Warriors. Working against Miller. Off the kick out. That jumper is pure by Settle. Steve Settle finding an early offensive groove here.
Love seeing these young bigs being able to just stretch the floor and surprise you a little bit with some of these shots that they can make from the outside.
Here's Boston, missed everything. Tip back out to Ryan. Shot clock down to 7. Nice roll, but stripped away defensively. And here come the Warriors in transition. Taylor with another good look and find for the bucket. The Warriors connecting from deep again. Anderson Garcia makes it 21-10.
And doing a really good job of once they get that stop, they just push it up the floor.
Boy, great bounce pass inside for the slam. Boy, Edwards with the nice slam dunk, but Markovic with a good look.
A little big-to-big action right there.
Jones. There's Garcia. There's going to be a whistle and a foul going against the Bucks. A couple of subs coming into the ball game. Travers and Austin. Markovic will get a breather.
And Markovic with that pass. I mean, that's an impressive bounce pass right there. And again, the movement without the basketball. Edwards doing a good job cutting.
Edwards out of West Virginia. Tyson out top. Nice hezzy inside. Ward with the floater. Got it to go off the window.
Just keeping it up high, getting it over Edwards.
Edwards maneuvering inside and draws the foul. Fouls against Hasten Ward. And of course, they're in the penalty, so a couple more shots, actually one shot for Edwards.
I like some of these guys seeing how far they can go with their physicality too. I mean, even right there, just being super aggressive, but ref is going to call it.
Edwards knocks down the free throw. Makes it 23-14. 3.5 to go in the opening quarter. Taylor on a burst of speed. Edwards sent it out.
Great job by Edwards, just mirroring that basketball.
Hands it off to Miller, had a notion. Brandon Boston piercing the paint, couldn't connect. And Ward clears for the Warriors. One and done that time for the Bucks. Stuck on 14 for a while now. Taylor snakes the screen and left it on the front rim. Travers, one more. Boston found resistance, got it back. 10 on the shot clock for Boston. Miller on the drive. And here's Tyson.
And looking for that shot on the offensive end. Everyone's just got to keep moving without the basketball because you can't just be looking for your own, trying to create for yourself. You got to make sure that you're attacking, looking for others.
Both teams have gone cold here for a little bit, and that ends the drought. Nice fadeaway by Dixon Waters. Played the last couple of seasons at San Diego State after 3 at USC. It's University of Southern California, not South Carolina. The real USC, I like to say. Sorry, Don Stilly, you know I love you. Travers outside, off the mark. Knocked away, stolen. Settle into the corner. That 3 comes off. Boy, big time tip, but couldn't connect. Ward was up there, and Travers with an easy one at the other end.
And it seemed like Milwaukee needed the easy one. Get it done on the defense, man. Get the stop and just go.
Of course, we were hoping to see Braden Burry's name today, but neither of those first-round picks available to play today. The layup good by Brandon Boston. And with under 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter, the lead down to 9. Braden Burry's a highly acclaimed guard out of Arizona. Got a Grizzlies recently hired to head up the Bucks. Always thought that he was one of the elite coaches in the NBA before his dismissal in Memphis.
Absolutely. And seems like he's going to be perfect with this team. Being able to work with some young guys is, my goodness, we just saw a good defensive possession. Nope, they're going to call it shot clock violation. But like you said, with Taylor Jenkins coming in, obviously we know what he did with Memphis, with that culture, with their identity. Can he bring that same type of coaching to Milwaukee with some of these young guys? And I think yes.
Miller out top. Nembhard got hit with the screen. Miller couldn't convert. And Money with the rebound. 47 seconds to go. Good catch underneath, but they turn it over nonetheless. Miller, quick hit ahead. Travers with the low gather. Tried to tip in his own miss and couldn't.
Did such a good job of attacking there. And then you saw Money just do a better job absorbing that contact and keeping his hands straight up.
They're pretty physical out there so far, Morgan.
That's what I'm seeing, Mark. I'm pretty surprised at times when the whistle isn't being blown, but I'm really glad that we're letting them play. It's not going to be a choppy game.
Amen. They can run it all the way down. 10 seconds to go in the period. One on the clock, got a pull, and it comes off just off the mark by Zach